Everybody, Bennett for the Bonehead podcast, and we've got a cool unbox and review for you today. Thank you very much, Games Workshop. They sent us an early copy of Warhammer Quest Darkwater. So we've been talking about this game a lot on this channel here, the main channel, and on the fantasy channel, because this is what I've been waiting for a long time from Games Workshop. A proper dungeon crawler. They make the best models, basically, right? And I want to use them. I want to have a reason. I want to have a self-controlled box that you can run through and that you can play through. And lo and behold, they've only gone and done it. So I was over the moon to get an advanced copy of it. So we've painted it up and we've played a game. And if you want to go see that game, it's on the fantasy channel right now. Me and Ian got together and we played through the introductory mission. So you'll get to a really good experience of us learning the game and finding out what's cool and what's not cool. The models are gorgeous. The rules are really quite good. We had a really good time. I think there's legs in it. And if you want to see us play through the campaign, please just go over to that channel, subscribe, like, comment, because if we get a lot of interest on the fantasy channel for it, we will absolutely play through a campaign. Whether we do it live, whether we pre-record it, I don't know, but I think there's a lot of legs there. I think it's really fun, and because it's co-op as well, really potentially very interesting. Anyway, what I thought we'd do is, now we've played a game, I think we're in a position to actually kind of give a bit of a review of it. But actually, I've got a video here of when I opened the box, because I just couldn't help myself. And one thing I really noticed, yeah, thumbs up there, it is a massive box. It is a massive, heavy box, and I was very impressed. Now, I've seen the price. The price is an investment, right? It's really an investment. But when I opened up, when I looked at it, when I opened it, when I went through it, when I talked to Tiff about it, I was like, this feels like a Kickstarter game. Like, this feels like a really premium game. And I'm not saying that, you know, other Games Workshop stuff isn't premium, but this is the nicest thing I have seen from them in a long time. We just got Blood Bowl Season 3, right? It's wicked. The stuff in there is great. The models are great. The equipment's great. It's great, but it's Blood Bowl. You expect it. This, I was not remotely expecting. Now, I'm sure you've been onto the Warhammer community, or you've seen it around, and you've seen all of the great villains and models and stuff that are in the box. It's all packed away because we played the game with it. But I am super impressed. There's a ton of models, and a ton of different models. There's a couple of duplicate sprues, but the stuff has different arms and different heads, and the models look actually really different. The big bad guys are big bad guys. The models are really, really good. I was very impressed with them. And it's been a while since I've got a kit where I'm like, oh, I'm just going to sit down and build this. I'm going to sit down and build some stuff. I had so much fun. And I did a video over on the Fantasy channel recently where I was like, are we in a fantasy golden age? New Blood Bowl, a new dungeon crawler. Like, it's really hard to disagree with myself on the basis. Anyway, you open up the box, you get a ton of sprues, you get hero sprues. God, I gotta stop tidying, that's just unnatural. You get hero sprues. There's 7 heroes in the box. You need the 4 starting heroes, so the dwarf, the knight, the fighter, and the damsel cleric lady. Then you've got a bear man, a centaur, and a wizard that you can unlock as the campaign goes. So 7 great hero models to begin with. You get about 4 billion monster models. You get some cool little tokens to represent treasure and stuff like that. You get about 12 like zombie warriors. You get 6 of the little Maya kelpies. You get 2 big undead ogres. You get a bunch of sorry, not undead, but plague ogres, basically, which I can't remember what they're called. You get Gelgus Pust, the big guy. You get a worm sorceress. You get a beastman. You get a load of pestigore. You get a bunch of chaos knights, Nurgle knights. It's a ton of bad guy stuff. And then, we'll come to this in a minute, but this is the book. This is the board. So even though for a dungeon crawler you do want tiles most of the time, having played the game, having got to look at it and actually play it, this is actually really good. I was super impressed with this, because as you can see in the video there, you just turn to whichever page. And if you watch the game that me and Ian played, at the end of it, we're like, okay, if we were setting up for the next mission, this is what we would do. And it's literally like you pull a couple of cards, you pick one of the missions, and the mission card tells you to turn to page whatever, which absolutely pleases the choose your own adventure person in me. But you know, you go to page 15 and you've got your own map. It's a lay flat book. It's excellent. The quality is excellent. It's such a cool idea. I know it's not original, but I was really impressed with it. Like, really impressed. I was like, this box is hefty. And then the models are gorgeous and they are plentiful. And then the book map is excellent. It's well thought out. It's clear. It's gribbly. It's really good. But this, as you're seeing on the screen behind me, this is the bit that I was like, this is something really special. Because I opened the box and I took out the models and I was like, cool, that's a lot of models. Man, that's a big bag of bases. The bases are plain bases. They're not like integral ones like Shadespire or anything like that. But this here, I was so impressed with. If you've played games like Harry Potter Hogwarts or Pandemic Legacy, just having something, oh yeah, no, it wasn't the most elegant, but look at this. Everything is individually parceled up. You've got 3 acts for the game, right? You start with Act 1, you get the Act 1 cards, you do the Act 1 bad guys, you fight through that series. Then at that point, you open up some different boxes to go to level 2, and there's different bosses and different missions. I haven't even opened Act 2 because I was like, do you know what? I'll open Act 1 and have a good look. But I'm not going to do Act 2 until, you know, we do it on the Fantasy channel, we play through, and we can actually open Act 2. Like, when it comes to getting an unboxing, or when it comes to getting a boxed game from Games Workshop, like Blood Bowl, right? You open it up, you get everything out straight away, everything you've got is ready to go. With this, you open it up straight away, you want to build the models, you can build the models, but you don't use all of it straight away. So you get that really weird thing of like, I haven't touched the sides of this game yet, and I've built most of it, and the guys have painted a lot of it. I've painted some of it. Like, we've played a game with it. We've shown it off, but we haven't touched the sides of, like, we haven't opened the Act 2 cards, the Act 3 cards, the treasure cards. They get you these little boxes here so that in between your missions, and a mission really does only take about 45 minutes. Maybe there's some missions that take a bit longer or a bit shorter. Absolutely, like, totally. But in between, you build these little card packets and you put your stuff away. So if you're Edward Valoran, the Edward Valoran, I don't know, we called him Fast Eddie when we played the game. You put all of his cards back in there. That's the standard cards, that's his boost cards, his extra equipment cards, his level up cards, his injury cards, status cards they're called. You put them all in the box so that next time you play, you're like, cool, who's playing Edmund? I'm playing Edmund. Cool, where was I? Oh yeah, that's right, I was splattered by something. Like, and every one of these boxes being like set up with the little sticker as well. Wax seals would have been better, but this is for me why it felt like a Kickstarter kind of thing, is because this was made with love. Like, this was made by a bunch of people who are like, okay, let's build something really special here. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting cool box of Games Workshop stuff. I was expecting old school Warhammer Quest, right? Where you have some models, you put them together, and then you play them on different stuff. This is different. This you play through. Cankerborn, that's the plague ogres. They're big. They're wicked. They remind me of like old Thimir and stuff. Pox Wretches, that's the zombie dudes. There's so much in the way of cards. I am just outrageously surprised. I was really impressed. Tiff was very surprised at how, like, oh my god, I was in love with it, as it was just amazing. Big, heavy box, loads of great models. The game's cool. The depth is brilliant. Like, and that's something I'm smitten by. The way you do the missions, you go through Act 1, you shuffle all the cards up, there's encounters, so fight missions, there's story missions, there's rest missions, you draw 2, you pick one, you play it through, and you draw 2 more, and you pick one, and you play it through, and you turn to page 17, you use that map, you put your models straight on there. You could probably spend a day and binge through like 8-9 missions. If you guys want us to play through, we could definitely film 3 games in a night. You know, we could probably do a live stream and do 2 or 3 games like live, because of how quick the mission system is, because you carry on playing. It's designed to be you are going from one combat to the next combat to the next combat. It feels like that, and I'm really impressed. So, okay, unboxing wise, you've seen it. tons of great models. You've seen them on Warhammer Community already. The book is cool. The cards are great. Like, that's all really, really, really good. The way the game plays is really interesting. As a player, you've got to sequence the cards. You use your cards to activate your player, your guys, and they can move or attack and do other stuff. It's not like, oh, my turn, move 6 squares, roll an attack, your turn. It's right, my turn. Do I use my aid card to power my move, and then I'll use my attack card to use the attack action, and then I'll use my move card to use another move action and move away. Movement's semi-random, so you've got choices. It's all choices. You get 4 heroes, so if you've got 4 players, cool. If you've got 2 players, that's 2 each. If you've got 1, because it's co-op and solo, you can just buy this for yourself and play through it. You're going to have choices. You're going to have to sequence it, and it feels like Pandemic in that way, because this is something Ian and I said at the end of the game, is like, oh, I can see, like, because you kind of want to sequence it so that, right, I'm going to go here with this guy. I'm going to do this, then I'm going to aid this guy so that this is better, so that on your turn you can activate yours and you've got more range. It makes you think of like the Dispatcher and stuff from Pandemic, where you're like, oh, I need you to come over here so that you can power this guy up. And this is like the beginning of the game. I'm really impressed with it. Really, really, really impressed with it. My final point is just to say, if you want to watch the startup mission, please go to the Fantasy channel and watch it. We had a lot of fun. We got to hire out the D&D room for the local game shop, so it was cool setting and filmed it in a different way. It would be primed to be filmed here in the studio because the footprint's very similar to Blood Bowl, so like I can definitely see us doing it. But please go and watch the game. It's me and Ian going through the startup, so it's us going through the tutorial. So if you want to know how it plays, that literally you can come and watch us learn the game and learn what we've learned. I just think this is really cool. It is very expensive, but I think it's one of those things where you're gonna get a ton of gameplay out of it. So if you don't want to spend a bunch of time playing a game with friends, like a game with friends, then don't pick it up. But if you're like, yeah, do you know what, I really like the idea of buying a box and then playing it as a campaign with a couple of people over the course of 4, 5, 6 evenings, if you want like a couple of months of entertainment with your friends, or you know, you've got a brother or a sister or a kid who you want to play the game with, then you're going to get plenty of replayability. And if you just want some great models with a great rules engine and system where you can play through with a cool narrative and have it be different bad guys and villains, I think even at the price it's dropped at, you will get your money's worth out of it. It's a lot of money, but I actually think you're getting a lot of game, which I think is why I'm so impressed. I opened it up and I was like, there's lots here. And then even when you start playing with it, I don't even know what else is in Act 2 and Act 3 because I didn't want to ruin it for myself. I cannot tell you the last time I got a product and I was like, I'm not going to open all of this to show it off. I'm not going to open all this to know it. I want to experience this. Absolutely loved it. Like, but yes, it was a sample copy. However, this is a game I was fully intending on buying myself because, yeah, this was going to be my Christmas present, which was a hefty Christmas present, but this was going to be my Christmas present, and I just got it early, so I'm over the moon with that, and I got to share it with you guys, which is even better. So, if you want to watch me and Ian Warhammer Man play the game through, jump over to the Fantasy channel. I'll link it here. I'll link it here, and it'd be great to see you over there. If not, thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back soon with more wargaming content. Happy gaming.